Hey guys, what's up? Adam Stark here with the Adam Stark Home Selling Team. Welcome back to the video blog. Today we're going to be talking about how to prepare your home for sale on a budget. Alright guys, welcome back. Hey, thanks for checking out the video blog here again today. A couple things. We're going to clean the house before we get started. Take a look around here. If you're looking to buy a new home, you can certainly click on the link, learn a little bit more about my VIP buyer program, all the different guarantees and things we've created for buyers just like you. If you're thinking about selling your home, there's a button here on the blog you can click, learn more about my guaranteed sale program, our smart seller program, and a slew of different things we've created just for you. If you are a seller and you just want to know what your home's worth, there's also a link here on the page. You can click and get a free home evaluation to find out exactly what your home's worth in today's market. But with that aside, we're going to talk about today is how to prepare your home if you are thinking about putting it on the market, how to prepare it and get it on the market for sale on a budget. Here's the thing. So last night I'm on a listing presentation and I'm sitting with a client who is in this very similar position, which makes for perfect conversation for today. They're on a very tight budget, right? But there's some things that need to be done to the home. And so part of my job is coming in and meeting with these sellers and helping them create a plan, if they are on a budget, to get their home as ready as it possibly can be, to get onto the market and show in its best light so that ultimately they can get the most amount of money out of the property, which is always goal number one for every seller. So probably the most important thing you can do if you are on a budget and you're putting your home on the market is to declutter the property. Just if it doesn't have to be there, here's a good rule of thumb. If it doesn't have to be there, let's get rid of it. Storage spaces in the home, the garage is a good place, assuming that you can organize those things, or you may want to look into potentially getting a lower end budget storage unit, which are good things to get rid of that clutter. But that's certainly going to be the first thing we can do on a budget is let's get rid of that clutter. So the second thing we can do in terms of getting our home ready to be on the market, we're working on a very tight budget, is let's just clean the house. Right, so we've already got the clutter out of the way. Again, when buyers come through the property, the thing we want to do is give them the least amount of things possible to pick apart. So now that we've got the clutter gone, certainly you could hire someone, but if we're on the budget, you can go get some cheap cleaning material and just spend a weekend, get the home thoroughly clean, give it a good deep one over, and let's get it shining like a new penny. So the third thing that we can do, this isn't necessarily a no-cost item, such as decluttering or cleaning the home yourself, but if we want to update the kitchen on a budget, right? Most people don't think about updating kitchens and being on a budget. Those two things don't typically go hand in hand, right? But there are some cheaper alternatives to going above and beyond in terms of updating your kitchen. Let's say granite's out of your budget, right? We've got countertops, they're dated, we need to do something, right? The good news is nowadays they've got some really nice alternatives to granite, both in the solid surface and other options. They're going to be much cheaper than going the full-blown granite route. So certainly you can look into some of those cheaper options. My advice would be to go in somewhere like Lowe's or into a home remodel company and find out what are some of the middle of the road, lower end stuff that really shows well that buyers are buying. You could certainly find some options that way. There's also for flooring. Let's say you've got an old linoleum flooring that really needs to be updated, but tiling the floor is not necessarily in your budget. You don't know how to tile yourself. You don't want to hire anyone. They've got some stuff out there called LVT, which is a luxury vinyl tile. Over the years, it's become very cost effective. It shows really well. It's very durable. And quite frankly, they've got stuff that looks like wood floors. They've got things that look like tile floors. And between the two, when you hold them side by side, assuming you're not touching them, you really can't tell the difference. There's things, even hardware on your cabinets or painting and restaining cabinets are certainly a cheaper alternative to altogether replacing or even refacing. So there's a lot of things that you can do there. My advice to find the cheapest options and most cost effective is to reach out to someone who does this for a living and see what their suggestions would be based on your budget. So the next thing here is paint, right? We always run into this where if you've got wallpaper, if you've got plain white walls, or even if you've got daughters like I do, and you've got the bright pink rooms, right? It works well for them, but when we're putting the home on the market, and again, coming from that standpoint, we want the home to show us as best that it possibly can. Painting is going to be a fairly cheap alternative, assuming you're doing this stuff yourself. If you're going out and you're trying to hire painters, that could certainly get expensive depending, but look at your budget. Find some of the rooms, if there's the touch-up that needs to be done, if there's scuff marks, if there's crayons on the wall, if there's a color that really stands out in terms of like a hot pink or a purple or even a blue or green, right? There's some of these more neutral earth tone or gray colors that I would certainly would recommend looking into and getting your home ready that way. If you can do this yourself and it fits your budget, painting the interior is going to go a long way on a very small budget. And then lastly, bathrooms. To me, bathrooms go hand in hand with kitchens, right? There's never a free way to update your bathroom, but there's certainly some cheaper alternatives. You know, going in and getting a new vanity or even a new toilet or repainting the bathroom or getting new lighting fixtures. These things aren't always as expensive as you might think that they are. There's always that middle of the road or even lower end stuff that really looks good, can be better than what you have, but still very cost effective. Again, my recommendation in terms of bathrooms and kitchens, do yourself a favor, figure out what your budget is, talk to a real estate professional and figure out what some of the things are that you would need to do. Assuming that these things are going to increase your value, and then go talk to someone who's in those industries of home remodel, assuming you're not in there yourself, and figure out what are buyers looking for, and what can your budget allow you to do in terms of bathrooms and kitchens. So anyways, guys, listen, that's it today. That's how you're going to update your home, get it ready for the market on a very tight budget. Like always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop a line here below this video on the blog. Feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me at adam@sellwithstark.com. That's an email, come directly to me, or you can reach out by phone at 573-427-7791. We're here to answer any of your questions and help any way that we can. Until the next one, guys, take care. We'll see you soon.